welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Itwa. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. If you're catching me for the very first time, you're welcome. Please take a seat, and if you're already a part of the family, like I always say, I do not take your support for granted. Now let's get into today's video. Today we are going to be talking about gender disappointment. Now, what is gender disappointment? This is the feeling of grief or intense sadness when you find out that you are having a boy when you want a girl, or you're having a girl when you want a boy. Gender disappointment is more common than we think, and a lot of people are shy when it comes to talking about it because of several reasons. Now, before we go into these reasons, let me just talk about my own personal experience. Growing up, I've always wanted to have a girl. Like every time I thought about having a child, if I had to choose gender of my first baby, I always wanted a girl. And so, even right before I got pregnant, a lot of my friends and people around me were having boys, and I was like, is this a sign that I'm not going to get what I want? Because I was so stuck on, I want to have a girl, I want to have a girl, and I was just seeing boys around me, and so I just convinced myself that okay, it's fine if I have a boy, it doesn't matter if I have a girl, and luckily for me, I had a girl. The funny thing about this story is that when we went into the scan, the gender scan or something like that, yes, that point where we have to find out the gender of our baby, and then the sonographer told us that we're having a girl. To be honest, I wasn't excited. I wasn't like jumping for joy kind of excitement. Yeah, I finally got what I want. No, that was not the case with me at all. It was just a kind of slow realization, that kind of thing, that okay, I'm having a girl, even though I thought I was going to have a boy, even though I've always wanted to have a girl. That was exactly how I felt in that moment. And honestly, within few weeks, that excitement hits me. Like, it hits me so bad. I was super super excited. I wanted to get to shopping. I just wanted to, I just started imagining all the whole girly things that my daughter and I were going to do, the hair, making her hair, wearing cute dresses and things like that. Now, that is my own personal experience. Now, when it comes to gender disappointment, there are two school of thought. There's the first school of thought who believes that you shouldn't feel it, you shouldn't talk about it. Instead, you should be grateful for even having the privilege to birth a child. The other school of thought who is like, I mean, it's normal, you are a human being, and things like that do happen. I mean, if you're not expecting something, then definitely you are not going to be disappointed. Let us not forget that pregnancy itself comes with a lot of expectation. When you are pregnant, you know that you are either going to have a boy or a girl. Your hormones are also heightened during that period, so it is normal to feel more intensely and more, I don't want to use the word exaggerated, but it's possible that people would term your reaction to things, like an exaggeration because of the way you feel. You're not to blame, okay? Your hormones are to blame. Talking about gender disappointment, some people do not feel it until the point where they are told what they are expecting. So some people's mind might just be blank, and then when they get into their scan and they tell them, oh, you're having a boy, that is when they begin to feel gender disappointment, because at the back of their mind or unconsciously, they've already wanted, or they've already desired something else. I mean, it's only two options, but they've already desired, the other option. There are also some people who, because they've already had one gender before, and then they want the other gender just because of the experience. And I fall into that category, because if I were to have another child and I have the opportunity of choosing the gender of my baby, I'm definitely going to want to go for a boy. Why? Because I have a girl. I want to experience what it is like to have a boy. Let's address the fact that some people say that you shouldn't feel gender disappointment. You should be grateful that you even have the privilege of getting a child. How would your child feel if they find videos of you being disappointed or throwing tantrums because you found out that you were having a girl when you wanted a boy? Please, the fact that you are disappointed does not take away from the fact that you are grateful. In fact, they are two very, very, like, they are two very different feelings. And if you are feeling one and the other at the same time, it is very, very valid. Let us stop beating people down for feeling what they are feeling. They are human. It is normal for you to feel a certain kind of way when you find out that something you have been dreaming about, maybe hoping for, and things like that, and then it's like your dream just totally changes. You are trying to get used to this new reality. You are trying to get used to this new idea. The fact that you want a boy or you want a girl, or you would have rather preferred a girl or preferred a boy, does not take away from the fact that you are thankful for the opportunity to bear a child. It does not take away from the fact that you would love that child the way that child needs to be loved. Let us stop beating people down. And like I said earlier, pregnancy is a time when your hormones are, raging. The other point I'm going to raise here is the fact that some people don't just want to feel outnumbered in their home. Take, for instance, somebody who already has three girls and wants a boy, or somebody who already has two girls or two boys and wants a girl, just for balance sake. There's also the issue of capability, where somebody who grew up with boys and just feels that, oh, I think I would do well as a boy mom, or somebody who grew up with just girls and feels that I would do better as a girl mom. We are human beings, so it is normal to feel disappointed. It is normal to be excited. It is normal to expect something to go the way you want. The feelings of gender disappointment usually resolves on its own, usually a couple of days, couple of hours, couple of weeks, and you just get used to your new reality. I mean, you're not going to you're not going to throw your child away. And if after the child comes, you are still feeling that way, weeks, months, years, please go and seek therapy, because that one is not even what we are talking about here. That one has already gone, extra. I would advise that you should be kind to yourself. You should understand that your feelings are very valid, and that there are 1 million and more people who are feeling exactly the way you are feeling. I'm not going to say, if you are feeling that way, say it in the comment section. Why? Because I know some people might not be comfortable talking about it, because you don't want people to know that you felt a certain kind. If you're comfortable, please do it. But the truth is, we all feel it. I mean, a lot of pregnant people will attest to the fact that they've been asked that question. So do you want a boy or do you want a girl? It is very, very normal for you to want one and not the other. That's the beauty about this life, the fact that you have a choice. Unfortunately, for this kind of case, you are not the one doing the choosing. Unfortunately, for this case, you are not the one doing the choosing. There's the issue of those who at birth they find out that scan was wrong. I mean, this is like the extreme case. They find out that scan is wrong, and then they are having a boy when scanner told them is a girl, or they're having a girl when scanner told them that is a boy. Already prepared, boy name, boy clothes, boy everything. Everything is set. They've decorated the house. They've done a lot of things, and then at birth they find out that they're having a girl. Are you saying that those people are not allowed to grieve the fact that all this while, or for 9 beautiful months, they've been expecting something, and then just in a twinkle of an eye something changes, or vice versa? You can't tell me that those kind of people are not allowed to feel a certain kind of, I mean, you can't tell me that those kind of people are not allowed to feel a certain kind of way deep down, because they've already expected, they've already bought things, names. Imagine if you had already planned that your baby's name is going to be, for instance, Jordan or something like that, and then you have to like just change everything in the twinkle of an eye. Gender disappointment is real. Gender disappointment is normal. Gender disappointment is valid. If you know somebody going through this, or you are going through this personally, I would advise that you take it easy on yourself, be kind, and know that you are not alone. You are not alone. I really wish and I hope that with time we are able to talk about these things more, and know that it's just a normal human feeling to be disappointed when you are expecting something and it doesn't work out that way. I mean, people are not angry when it's for a job. You find out that, oh, you lost a job that you have been working on, or you lost an opportunity, or things like that. Why is it that when it has to do with pregnancy and childbirth, and then everybody is harsh on the parents? I mean, there are a lot of gender review videos I've watched recently, especially where the parents, either the mom or the dad, just goes berserk because they see blue or they see pink, and they're like, oh no, and people are like, oh no, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't behave that way, you should be thankful, you should be grateful, what kind of childish behavior is this, and things like that. I would really, really, really appreciate it if we can just be kinder with our words, with our actions, and things like that. I mean, disappointment is normal. Disappointment happens in every phase of our lives. So it is just normal that for pregnancy and things that concern it like this, that people also feel disappointed that way. Ending the video here. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. Let me not forget to wish you guys happy new year. This is the month of October. This is my birth month, October 18. Like, I'm super excited. Anyway, that will be all. Like I said earlier, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.